C2C Stamping, and I'm excited you're here. We are going to make a fun card with some new product from Stampin' Up. We have our new annual catalog, which is exciting. I have not been able to show you the inside of it. If you still need a catalog, let me know. I've got a couple here and I can always pop one in the mail. But I haven't been able to show you the inside of the new catalog yet. So I wanted to kind of just highlight a few features really quick, and then we're gonna make a fun card. So I love this Reasons to Craft on page 7. So I'm gonna do something in my group where I wanna hear your reasons to craft. And I'm actually gonna share my live video over on my Facebook page. So let me make sure to do that really quick. But we will be, there is a group that I run called C2C Creatives, and that is where where I post special things, and if I'm doing any kind of like competition or anything like that, that's where I post it. So you'll probably see something about this over there. In the beginning of the catalog, there's always the kit collection. This kit called Beautiful Blues just came out. If you're interested in coming to play with it, we're using it for Stamp Camp at the end of the month, and we have 2 spots available. So we'd love to have you join us at Stamp Camp. It is on Monday, Memorial Day, here in Dripping Springs. There's a few other kits in here. There's also the scrapbooking workshop kits. These are great because they're pre-designed for you. They tell you exactly how to do it, measurements, layout, the whole 9 yards. And there's several, the turtles, the flowers, this really fun one that I think would be great for scouts, and the sips, which is a fun one, celebratory sips. Then there's a couple of other like challenges and things, so I'll be highlighting these probably as the summer goes on. There's the quick and easy options, which has all the mix and match ephemera. And then we get into some scrapbook templates. We've had card templates in the past, the memories and more. The spot sets. So this spot set includes cloud cover, which is only going to be available in either the refill or the Stampin' Spot, because they were having some issues with the larger ink pads and the consistency of the ink. There's something about the way it interacted with the foam. So if you're interested in cloud cover as a customer, this is the way that you're going to be able to get it, is either to make your own spot if you have the blank set, or you can buy this set of spots. You can also use the markers and the blends. A few kind of beginner stamp sets that are great for those of us, you know, who just want some sentiments. And then we get into some of the suites. There's the Florals and Bloom suite, which is gorgeous and features all the new in colors. And then they kind of talk about how they were made. So pretty nice suite. The Turtley Cute, which is super fun. You'll see me playing with that some. The Beautiful Gallery. This paper is gorgeous. And if you're wanting to get a sample of the paper, I have 3 more openings for my paper party at the end of the month. So 3 openings for paper party. It is, I need to check and see, but I'm pretty sure it's like 55. Yeah, it's $55 for, or 59? No, 56. Yeah, $56 for customers. And that gets you a sample of all the papers and all the embellishments and ribbons as well. And I design a card around each of these. So you'll definitely want to see that. But I'm really excited. That's a beautiful paper, the Kintsugi inspiration. So Kintsugi is the art of mending pottery with gold leaf. And this is beautiful gold leafing on the papers, and the embossing folder is really pretty too. So it's a really cool set. Boho Vibes is another suite. It's very cute. I love it. Love all the colors. There's a few other ways to scrapbook. So there's basically 3 ways to scrapbook. The workshop kits, The quick and easy scrapbooking, which is like using ephemera or memories and more. And then the third way is scrapbooking from scratch. And that's what they have on these next couple pages is, you know, you can buy the paper, the coordinating cardstock, and the stamp set, you know, and then you can design the layouts yourself. So if you're great at that or you love that freedom, then you can do that. They have Turtley Sweet. They also have the celebratory sips and the weekend adventures one as well to do that with. I think this is just a really cute stamp set to begin with. So a couple of these, I really liked the stamp sets, even if I'm not scrapbooking. And then they have some of the other flip flaps and the albums. We have new two-tone cardstock, so that means that the back is slightly lighter than the front, and we have it in all of our new, all of our colors, and it's 12 by 12, so it's $10 for a 12 by 12 pack, which is great. You can do all sorts of fun things with it. It has a white core, so you can tear it, rip it, sand it, and it's super fun. So you'll see a lot of cards and scrapbooking pages that have these pieces on it that are torn because it's a really fun new technique. And then you get into the bundles. So Notes and Totes, Coneflower, Silly Safari. The punch is on back order right now, but it'll be in soon. So just hold on for that one. The new washi tape and a beautiful stamp and die set that coordinate with it. This is a very wide washi tape. It's about 4 inches wide. It's really cool. And it fits on the mini machine though, so it'll go through the mini machine. The new banners and large, the party alphabet dies, so they're really large as you can see. The Right Words, this stamp set also comes in Spanish, so if you need a Spanish stamp set, this is for you. Some really sweet Me and You, Playground of Life. Some building block stamps. These are new. We haven't had these before, but where you can build a background or you can do different things with it. So you could take one piece and repeat the pattern, or you could use it separate or all together. So these are both fun, big background stamps. Feathered Fun is a reversible set. I've used a reversible set recently, so you guys have seen that. And then along these lines is the one we're going to play with tonight. I've got a fun idea. The Peaceful View is really pretty. It's also a background set, but you can color it with daubers, or you could stamp it on top of a piece of like scenery DSP. It's really, really pretty. Some returning ones, so you kind of see some of the things that are returning from before, which is awesome. We've got a nice tools section, all of our punches, our alpha dies. We now have 3 sets of alpha dies, all of our embossing folders, our blocks, a nice page about adhesives, and also kind of when you would want to use them. So which ones are good for ribbon versus embellishments versus, and so there's really, I think, great information on this page if you've ever wondered about why does someone use this versus this. We have some new and some returning specialty papers, window sheets, watercolor paper, the wood texture paper, which I want to play with a little bit, so we might see that. Some new and returning designer series paper, which we're really excited to have some of them returning, so that we as demonstrators don't have to start all over again from scratch, which is great. This is a new pattern for the color stacks, and so there's one in brights and neutrals, and the patterns are really, really cute and fun on these, so you might see those on samples and stuff. Note cards and envelopes, all the embellishments with all the colors, the new ribbons, some how to do blending and coloring, and again, a little bit more information in here about like when would you use each of these inks and why. A little bit about heat embossing and watercolor pencils, which I like. A little bit about color personalities, which I think is really fun. And of course, the color coach is here as well. And you can actually purchase the color coach, which is nice. And so it's a wheel, and you get to kind of like, okay, here's some monochromatics, or here's a didactic or a triadic set, which is nice. All of the ink colors. Paper Pumpkin, still a large part of what we do. We have a great starter special right now. If your list is over $99, you should definitely consider this. You can get $165 in whatever you want for $99. It is a fantastic time to join Stampin' Up. My team is a fabulous, supportive place to be, and I would love to have you on my team. So if you're watching, this is for you. A great index, which I use all the time. And then if you're ever going to sell cards that have Stampin' Up! Designs on them, you need to use the Angel policy. This copyright symbol helps protect the really hard work that goes in to this catalog and to all of these stamps and designs. And this is that fun designer series paper, that in color, this Color Stacks one. So I thought that was a nice nod to that. Okay, so let's play a little bit. We're going to make a fun card, and I'm going to make sure that I can see y'all on my video. So if you have questions or you want to see anything in particular, please let me know. I'm going to show you a couple things. So this is Along These Lines, which is a fun stamp set. I was excited to get it for the tiger. Clearly and obviously. But we're going to actually play with the rose today. So I'm going to pull the rose off. I want to do a swap card for a meeting this week, and we have a training for demonstrators on Saturday, and I was trying to find a fun card that I could do, and I thought I'd do this. So I'm using one of the dies from the Textured Note dies. These are an online exclusive, and that's the other thing that launched this week, was a whole set of online exclusives. So 2 new kits, a whole bunch of online exclusives, and this set of dies is part of that, and I just think it looks so pretty with this. And then we're going to use the garden, whose name I cannot remember. Thankful Garden, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Lovely Garden. Lovely Garden. Oh. And then I have 2 different sentiments that I can use on this. And so on this card, so I'm going to let you guys pick if you're here. Hello from Canada. Oh, wow. Hi, Denise. That's exciting. All right, so we're going to stamp that. So that line art is really cute. I like that. And I'm just going to use a little bit of yellows and greens. I was hoping, this is some old olive. I don't know where my garden green ones are, but I'm going to do a little bit of the darker kind of on the underside of the leaves. And I'm going to make this piece darker over there. And then I'll use the lighter one. And I'm using the bullet tip for this because this is a very small space to be coloring. Normally I use the brush end, but so basically you're just going to keep coloring until any sort of divide between the dark and the light is not noticeable. And what's great about those markers is they, your paper doesn't peel or anything. I'm actually gonna bring us in a little bit while we color, only because I think then hopefully you can start to see, you know, a little bit of that, you know, the shadow. All right, so then we're gonna do a little bit of the yellow, and I've gotta be really smart about how I do this, so. So I'm using Daffodil Delight, which is that's a good yellow. Nice. And if I don't think that the dark is dark enough, I can always come back and kind of add a little bit. You know, if I think like, oh, I want this to be even darker. Add some there too. And then I'll come back maybe with a little bit more of the light just to blend where the two meet. Perfect. Nice. All right. Okay, let me show you the two sentiment sets. So one is a set from the online exclusives. It's Motherhood Mottos. And You're Doing Great, Just So You Know, I think is a really nice sentiment, and it's nice and tight. I think it's going to fit where I want it to fit. The other one I thought about was the I Love You No Matter What from Be My Valentine. I thought both of those were really cute. So you tell me which one you think, if you think You're Doing Great or I Love You No Matter What. And I'm going to get out both of them. My bees have been... This stamp set gets used, so this is a fun one. The bees are a carryover, so we've had them for a little bit. And Motherhood Mottos is an online exclusive stamp set. So we're gonna look at both of those and see what we think. All right, so we're gonna get I think we're gonna do white. I was looking to see if I thought like the bubble bath was a good color with that, but I think it's a little too, much. Okay, white. Let's see, where's my white? All right. All right, so let's see. We're going to bone folder in here, and I'm probably gonna do just half a sheet, you know, on the front, or half of whatever this is, because I want to try to get a few out of here. So we'll do 5.5, and then what is this, 4? No, this is a very odd size, so we'll do 1 3/4 and whatever that other size is. I love you no matter what. This is so sweet. Oh, I'm so glad. All right, so my hope is that that's gonna fit there, and it does. Look at that, perfect. And then we're gonna put this piece here, but we need something to kind of set it off. And so I think I'm going to get a piece of, we'll try Garden Green and Daffodil. We'll see which one's better. So I have a feeling the daffodil just might be too much yellow. I don't know. Let's see. I do have a lot of it though. If we do that in yellow, that is nice. That kind of brings out the yellow in there. Okay, I think we're going with daffodil. And then we'll stamp the sentiment in Garden Green. Because it fits perfectly. And then we were able to keep both the bees and the brass butterflies and the dragonflies and the little birds, like all of our brass and little metal things we're keeping. So I'm going to put one of those on here as a nice little, embellishment. All right, so let's see what size this is and see what our mat size should be, because I want it to be pretty tight. So this looks like it's 1 3/4 by 3 1/4. So I'm just gonna make it 1 7/8. So I'm just gonna go just a hair up. And then I have a 0 memory, so 3 1/4. So we'll do 3 3/8. Okay, and that should give us just enough, hopefully, just enough to make a nice border. All right, so we're just gonna add some glue here, and we're gonna glue this down. So my ink preference is Memento for black ink because it comes off my stamps really nicely, and it's great for alcohol markers, which is what I use 90% of the time. But when I am using watercolor pencils, I'll use StazOn. And my go-to glue is Tombow liquid glue, if you would like to know. Hi, Estella. Welcome. I love you no matter what, too. I know you were telling me what sentiment to use, but I still love you. All right. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'm so excited. The new catalog has some really fun stamps and fun things to play with, and some great, returning tools and pieces. Okay, so that's really cute. That looks good. I like the way that is popping. And we're going to get our little bees out. Let's see, where'd my bees go? Here they are. Okay, so these little bees are so cute and they're so tiny. So I think the best way to glue the bee down is to take your pick tool and get a nice fresh piece of the putty on the end, and you just kind of tear off the old stuff and you twist a little bit and it just kind of emerges out. And then I know I'm going to put the bee probably right here, and so I'm going to put a little dot of glue. These guys do not have adhesive on them. It's a shame. And I'm a lefty, but I want you to see what I'm doing. So, all right, so I'm going to put that down. I'm going to hold it, and then I'm going to lift. And that is going to be just right. Perfect. All right, and we're going to get some dimensionals. And the only big dimensionals I have right now are black. I don't know why. So if you have acrylic nails or you get gel or dip, I think that the Take Your Pick tool is a great tool for you for all these things. But you can just literally like flick this up and it'll just peel these right off. So I find that using this tool helps me when I don't have my natural nails. So if you don't have your Take Your Pick tool, it's a great thing and you should definitely have one. Okay, I think we have a very cute card that I think someone would be really excited to get. So hopefully you learned a few things today, and you've got a good idea for some cards, and maybe you're thinking about, how you would use along these lines. I've seen a lot of examples where they're cutting around the images. They're making longer lines by using these, like the little heart and the dog. They're connecting the lines together. And so like the whales they're putting together. So lots of really cute ideas. But hopefully you like this one, and it's fresh and fun, and is a great card for Mother's Day, appreciation, teacher appreciation, graduation, all of the things. May is such a busy time, and I wish everyone a nice month. I hope that you have some great celebrations ahead of you this month. And yeah, enjoy this and enjoy the new catalog. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'm Melissa Thomas, and I'm located in Dripping Springs, Texas, but I am C2C Stamping, and I'm excited to have you here. Thanks so much. Make sure you're subscribing, and if you're interested in the paper party, I will put a link in the comments and in the video description in a little bit. But we have openings for 3 people for the paper party, and it's on Zoom. So it's all via long distance. So if you want to get a little sample of everything in the new catalog, I'd love to help you with that. So, all right, thanks so much. See you later. Bye, y'all.